Do you want to know how harmful the verbal karma mentioned in Buddhism is to you? In this video, I will give you a comprehensive, systematic, logical and step-by-step understanding. First, what is verbal karma? Second, what are the types of verbal karma? Third, what is the underlying operating logic of verbal karma? Fourth, how can you avoid verbal karma? This video is very, very important. Watching it will definitely benefit you for life. Let's talk about the first point first. What is verbal karma? Every word you speak will be automatically recorded and stored by your eighth consciousness, Alaya consciousness. After accumulated over time, it will take the initiative to form an invisible force that controls you and makes you automatically reflect according to the speech patterns you have experienced in the past. This is called verbal karma. So from the moment you watch this video, you must be very careful about every word you say. Because every word you say will become a cause in the causal chain. Every word you say is also automatically inputting to your eighth consciousness. It's like a computer implanting itself with software code. And every word you say will cause some disaster or some blessing in the future. Every word you speak is like a seed waiting for good or bad karma to ripen or blossom in the external world. Every word you say may constrain you in the future, keep you in a downward spiral, or make you soar. The result of these formations is that every word you say will again be stored and recorded by your eighth consciousness to form future causes. This is the operating pattern of causes before causes and effects after effects. Second, what are the types of verbal karma? The first is lies. Deceptive lies, falsehoods, big words, etc., are some of the examples. The second is loose speech. It includes words that are inappropriate, obscene, flirtatious, or disrespectful. The third is bad words. Sayings that are vicious, abusive, cursing, etc., are all bad words. The fourth is divisive speech. For example, if you say something to sow dissension, make a fuss about what's right and what's wrong, judge everyone negatively, and speak ill of others behind their backs, etc., that's divisive speech. These four above are what Buddhists often refer to as verbal karma. There is another thing behind that I realized myself, and I think it is very, very good, so I will share it with you also. It's self-blame. What does that mean? It is a kind of self-judgment, belittlement, limitation, blame, looking down on oneself, etc. So do you know the harm caused by creating these verbal karma? As the old saying goes, disease goes in by the mouth and trouble comes out of the mouth. All the good and bad words you say to others at the moment, including all the good and bad feelings you let others experience, sooner or later someone will let you experience it again. If you lie to others, you will also experience others lying to you. If you sow dissension with others, you will also experience others sow dissension with you. Your devaluation of yourself, self-blame, and lack of confidence will also show you a world that makes things difficult for you and does not go well with you. The world of language is the moment when your heart and mind react, and it also creates your destiny in the real world. Therefore, you must learn to consciously build a positive energy, high-dimensional language system, high-dimensional vocabulary, and high-dimensional cognition, in order to fundamentally solve all the problems you encounter in this three-dimensional world. Third, what is the logic of the underlying operation of verbal karma? First of all, every thought, language and behavior you have will be automatically stored and recorded by your eighth consciousness, just like the driving recorder. Second, automatic record storage means that you automatically implant and fill in your eighth consciousness. Third, when you put in too much filling, it will form the karma of speaking. This power is beyond your control. Fourth, karma will allow you to automatically react and operate according to established patterns in the past, forming its own unique power. Fifth, there will always be people and things around you that one day, at a certain moment, trigger your automatic reactions and experiences. Reaction here is how you treat others, and experience is how others treat you. Sixth, the way it is triggered is that you will continue to do this to others, and it is possible that others will continue to do this to you. Seventh, there are only the first time and countless times. That is to say, once you say it the first time at the beginning, it will be said the second, third, and countless times again, unless you can correct the problems in your verbal karma. You must know that sooner or later you will experience the experiences you bring to others. The above 7 points are the underlying operating logic of verbal karma. The above 7 rules are the underlying logic of verbal karma. You must engrave them into your bone marrow, into your blood, and always remind yourself not to create verbal karma. Fourth, how can we avoid verbal karma? First, we must always be reminded that the nature of verbal karma is actually because the ego is in a state of offense and defense, as well as irrationality. The reason why you have verbal karma is because your inner righteous thoughts, right views, and righteousness are not sufficient. If it's full, you won't have verbal karma. Let your righteous thoughts and righteous views defeat your evil thoughts and delusions. Second, you must always remind yourself that every word you speak at the moment will be automatically recorded and stored by your eighth consciousness to form karma. Karma will force you to react automatically, and on a certain day or at a certain moment in the future, it will be projected onto a person or matter, allowing you to continue to walk through and experience such pain. Third, you must always remind yourself that in fact, everyone is involuntarily helpless and powerless, and they are all puppets controlled by their own karma. It would be ridiculous if you argued and fighted with puppets. Fourth, you must always be reminded that all beings are one, and everyone is your brother, sister, and family member who is not yet awakened. Fifth, you should always remind yourself that the reason why others are not friendly to you may be to remind you that you may have unfinished spiritual homework that you have not noticed yet. Sixth, you should always be reminded that your mental energy should be used for internal learning and growth, as well as external dedication, and should not be used for temporary pleasure or bravery in verbal karma. Arguing consumes too much energy. If you are simple, your world will be simple. If you are complex, your world will be complex. Why can't you deliberately admit defeat and take the initiative to suffer losses? Especially for the people you love, because home is a place where emotions are important, not reason. Those who love well are generally sensible. It is those who do not have enough love who are pretentious. Eighth, you should always remind yourself that anyone's negative comments about you are their distorted thoughts and they fail to see the real you. The real you is a formless and pure soul. The real you is the perfect embodiment of love and wisdom. Buddhism says that everyone has the virtue of Buddha and wisdom. Ninth, you must always remind yourself that your negative comments about anyone are the same, they are just your thoughts. You must activate your soul and prevent the ego from continuing to occupy your inner system. Don't waste energy on grabbing and possessing. Use it on giving, dedication, and service. 10th, you must always remind yourself to either shut up or say words of praise, gratitude, and forgiveness. Either say with a right mind, right thoughts, and right views, and don't blame others or yourself as a habit. If you want to speak, speak about correct knowledge and the truth. The truth is actually the original face and attributes of the soul, and evil thoughts and delusions are just shortcuts that the ego is looking for, which likes to seek things from outside. You must learn when to stop talking. It is better to talk less, and it is even better to talk well. If you can follow the above 10 rules, you will never create any bad verbal karma again, your entire life will be in an upward state, and good luck and miracles will continue to happen in your life. Thank you very much for watching patiently. I hope it can inspire and touch you. Please like and subscribe so that more people who are in ignorance can see the light and make our world a better place.